Hey, welcome. Today, we're going to do something that will totally transform your writing. Seriously, we're moving past just, getting words on the page and learning how to build sentences that have real punch and style. This is the key to making your writing sound so much more powerful.
You ever have that feeling? You write something, you read it back, and you think, yeah, it's correct, but it's just kinda flat. It's a super common problem. You've got these awesome ideas, but the rhythm, the flow is just not there. Well, that's exactly what we're gonna fix today. I want you to think of yourself as a builder, right? You wouldn't try to build a whole house using just one type of brick. Of course not. And it's the exact same thing with writing. So today, we're going to stock your writer's toolkit with 4 essential structures that will let you build anything you want, from a short, punchy statement to a really complex argument. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the blueprint, the absolute basics. Then we'll get into our simple and compound tools, and then level up to the more advanced stuff. We'll talk about why this variety is a game changer, how to avoid some common traps, and finally, how to really master your new toolkit. Let's do it. Okay, let's dive right in. Before we can build anything, we have to know our materials, right? In writing, our fundamental building blocks are called clauses. And trust me on this, everything, and I mean everything we're talking about today, comes down to how you put these clauses together. Now, this might seem basic, but this distinction is huge. An independent clause, well, it's independent. It's a whole thought that can stand on its own. I like coffee. Boom, done. But a dependent clause? It just leaves you hanging. Because I was tired? See? You're waiting for the rest of it. It depends on another piece to make sense. Getting this difference is the absolute key to unlocking everything else. All right, now that we've got the blueprint, let's grab the first couple of tools from our kit. These are the foundational pieces you're going to be using all the time. First up, this simple sentence. This is your strong, reliable brick. Just one independent clause. It's direct, it's clear, and it delivers a single solid point. Honestly, it's the foundation of all clear writing. So take a look at this. The cat slept on the sofa. One subject, the cat. One verb, slept. It's one complete, crystal clear idea. No confusion, just straight up information. This is your go-to tool when you need clarity and impact. Okay, let's level up just a bit. What happens when you have 2 ideas that are equally important and you want to connect them? Well, that's where the compound sentence comes in. This tool lets you join 2 or even more of those strong, independent clauses together into one sentence. And how do you build one? The formula is super simple. You take one complete thought, you add a special connector, and then you add another complete thought. It's like clicking 2 Lego bricks together. So what are these connectors? Well, they're called coordinating conjunctions. And lucky for us, there's a really easy way to remember them. Fanboys. It stands for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These 7 little words are your primary way to link 2 equal ideas. So check this out. She loves coffee. That's a complete thought. He prefers tea. That's also a complete thought. They're equally important. So we just link them together with a comma and the word and. Simple as that. Okay, we've got our foundational tools down. Now it's time to add some real depth and sophistication to our writing. Let's pull out the complex and advanced tools from the kit. So here's the deal with complex sentences. It's all about relationships. You take one main, independent idea and attach a dependent clause to it to give more info, like why something happened, or when it happened, or under what condition. See, the ideas aren't equal anymore. One is the main point, and the other is just adding some extra context. In this example, the main point is, we went out for dinner. That's the core idea. But the dependent clause, although it was raining, adds this really interesting layer of contrast. And here's a quick pro tip. Notice that comma? When the dependent part comes first, you pop a comma in there to separate it from the main idea. And now for the final boss, the most advanced tool in our kit, the compound complex sentence. This is the master tool for when you have multiple, layered ideas to express. And just like the name says, it's a hybrid. It has the parts of a compound sentence, at least 2 main ideas, and the parts of a complex sentence, at least 1 dependent idea. Okay, let's break this monster down. First, we have the dependent clause setting the stage, although I was tired. Then we have 2 main ideas, 2 independent clauses. I finished my project and I submitted it on time. And they're linked together with that connector, and. See how this one sentence packs in a condition plus 2 main actions? It's incredibly efficient. Okay, so now we have our 4 tools. But, just having a hammer doesn't make you a carpenter. The real art of great writing is knowing when to use each tool and why. This isn't just about being correct anymore. This is about being effective. So why does this matter so much? Because variety is what makes your writing sound good. It creates a rhythm that keeps your reader interested. It gives you total control. Want a pro tip? Try following a long, winding, complex sentence with a short, punchy, simple one. That contrast, it creates instant drama. It's a simple little trick that takes your writing from good to great. Before we wrap this up, let's do a quick fire round on some super common mistakes people make. If you know what the traps are, it's a lot easier to avoid them and keep your writing clean and powerful. The classic run-on sentence. This is literally just 2 complete thoughts smashed together without any punctuation or a connector. You can feel how it just barrels forward without taking a breath, right? It feels rushed, a little messy. And the fix is so easy. We just grab our compound sentence tool, we add a comma and a connector like and boom, we have a perfectly clear, correct sentence that properly connects those 2 related ideas. Whew, okay, we have covered a lot. So let's pull it all together. I want to leave you with one single, powerful summary, your ultimate cheat sheet for your brand new writer's toolkit. This right here is the whole system on one slide. You might want to pause here and just let it soak in. For direct, clear ideas, use a simple sentence. To connect 2 equal ideas, go for a compound sentence. To show how ideas relate to each other, that's a job for a complex sentence. And for those advanced, layered thoughts, the compound complex is your best friend. Every tool has a specific job. So, there you have it. The toolkit is yours. You have the blueprint, the 4 essential tools, and you know how to use them. The only question left is, what are you going to build? Think about a piece of writing you're working on right now. Which one of these tools can you use to add a little more rhythm, a little more clarity, and a whole lot more power to your very next paragraph?